What's going on, guys? Jacoborth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, talking to you guys about something that I've seen online recently in the past few months, and something I want to talk about just because it has such a big impact on Vegas. And this is, talking about California, Vegas, specifically from Los Angeles and Los Angeles County to Las Vegas, and moving here to Las Vegas into the Clark County area, whether it's Henderson or even North Las Vegas, or even, hey, way out in, Boulder City or something like that. And what's taking place is that there's a big shortage right now of trucks actually to help people move out of California and move to other states. This is something talked about with U-Haul, and how the cost of a U-Haul coming from cities in California, leaving California, and versus the cost of coming from other cities to move into California. Sometimes they'll take 5, 6, 8, 10, 15 times more is the cost to move out of California than to move in, and that's because it has so many people leaving that state right now. And Los Angeles County is the one I want to focus on because it's so big, it's so massive. And for those of you who don't know, they're not familiar with California, I was born and raised in California. I grew up there until I moved to Vegas years ago, and have loved living here ever since I left California. And I noticed the trend too that's been going on for years, where California has actually lost residents. I believe it was 2007 to about 2016, California actually had a net loss of people in their population, just because so many people leaving for a lot of the reasons that a lot of you watch this channel and you get ready to leave California. About 30% of my audience is in California, a lot of that Southern California, a lot of that in the Los Angeles area, because people just don't like the cost of living, they don't like the taxes, they don't like having to pay as much as they do to live there. They're tired of the traffic, they're tired of the smog that they face, they might be tired of feeling like it's not safe there. The area is not big on the Second Amendment, so a lot of people are not even able to legally carry a firearm to even defend themselves in such dangerous areas in Los Angeles County. So a lot of people, they just up and they leave. They're tired of it and they want to leave and go somewhere else. And that has caused a shortage of moving trucks from a lot of companies. And U-Haul is probably the biggest moving company in the country. They're one of the very well-known ones. And it's just, they're having such a shortage in California because people are just leaving and they're taking off to other states. Vegas is one of the popular destinations here in Nevada, as well as other states. But LA, I just want to talk about it because it's so big and so massive that LA County, I'll give you guys some numbers to keep in perspective. Okay, California right now, their population I saw for 2017 estimate is just under 40 million people. Okay, it's like 39 point something million people. Los Angeles County has just over 10 million of that. That one county in California has over 25% of the state's population. One county in the whole state. And Los Angeles County by itself, if Los Angeles County was its own state, I guess it would be bigger than like 41 states or something in the US. Like, that's how big it is. That's how populous it is. And LA County is different than a city like New York, which is actually bigger than LA, because the city of Los Angeles has about 4 million people. There's about 10 million in the county, and there's 4 million just in LA. And LA is congested, it is crowded, it's very spread out compared to a city like New York, but it is congested, it is crowded all over the place. People sit in traffic, 2.5 hours just to go, 30 minutes, or I should say 30 miles. We'll say 2.5 hours. People, take 45 minutes just to go 4 miles, sometimes even worse than that. Any of you who live there probably have stories of how bad the traffic is, how much you dislike it. And, it's just a mess for a lot of people to live there. I mean, you pay a lot of money to live in a place where your money doesn't go nearly as far. You're paying the high taxes of living there. Your money, if you come here to a state like Nevada that has no state income tax, you come to Las Vegas, here in Clark County, your dollar goes way further, really in two ways. One, your cost of living comes way down. And then two, the other thing is there's no state income tax here. Right? You come here from a place like LA, where the cost of housing is cheaper, gas is cheaper, we have no state income tax. A lot of people can live way more comfortably here in the Vegas area than they can in Los Angeles. And it's just getting to a point in California, they just have more and more and more people that are just tired of the lifestyle, they're tired of some of the laws, they're tired of some of the politics that get pushed on them, and they just don't want to do it anymore. They don't want to spend their life sitting in traffic multiple hours a day, trying to get to work, and then spending multiple hours in traffic a day, trying to get back home from work, 7, 8 o'clock at night, still sitting in traffic. They don't want to live that way anymore. And a lot of people like to talk about, hey, you have the beach, you have the ocean, it's so beautiful down there, you have this great weather. Well, it's kind of hard to enjoy those things if you're spending 2, 3, 4, 5 hours in traffic every single day, and you hardly get to see your family, hardly get to see people you care about, hardly get to see the people you love. So they just don't want to do it. The cost is not worth it anymore. The reward, as I say, does not outweigh the cost of living there. And this is happening all over Los Angeles County. Whether it's Santa Monica, whether it's Newbury Park, whether it's Rosemead, whether it's Pasadena, whether it's Long Beach, all over the place, people are tired of the cost of living and they're just leaving. They're heading out of California, they're heading out of LA, and a lot of them are coming right here to Clark County. That's the biggest county that feeds into Las Vegas, or feeds into Clark County, is Los Angeles County, because it's anywhere from a 3 to 4 hour drive, you know, depending on how crazy you drive, to get here from Los Angeles. And people just come here for a better life. They come here just because it's different. They come here because it is a very different culture here in Nevada than it is in California, and a very different culture here in Las Vegas than it is in Los Angeles. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. This is something that I think, you know, it speaks to what I said earlier this year when I did the video about the real estate here in Las Vegas. And a lot of people said, oh, Vegas is going to crash, it's going to crash, going to crash. And a lot of times they don't give a time estimate on it. You know, and I did a video saying why Las Vegas real estate will not crash in 2018. I'll link it up here somewhere. And that's one of the big reasons I mentioned was so many people leave California, especially Los Angeles, and they come here and move to Vegas. There's so many people just flowing out of that state, coming here, that it helps the real estate in this area, that helps the population to keep growing. So that's what I wanted to talk about. That's what I want to mention to you guys. A lot of you live in California. A lot of you are in the LA area. You're in Southern California. Tell me what you think. I want to hear what you have to say about this. California's population decreasing, people heading out to other states and heading out to Nevada, and particularly heading here to Clark County in Las Vegas. That's it for this video, guys. I'm Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.